Welcome to this deep dive.
Yeah.
Imagine your entire job is to analyze the subtle, hidden warning signs in other people's relationships while completely missing the blaring red flags inside your own body.
Yeah, it's a really heavy thought.
It really is. Today, we're looking at married at first sight relationship expert Mel Schilling. She tragically passed away today, March 24th, 2026, at the age of 54.
Such a massive loss. We've been looking through news reports, her partnership with the Oxford Colon Cancer Trust, and her own writings, too.
Right, because our mission today is to explore how she took this devastating personal diagnosis and turned it into a public mission that could literally save the life of, well, you, the person listening right now.
Exactly. And I mean, Mel's trajectory was just so unique. She became this reality TV staple and a first-time mother at 42 to her daughter, Maddie, through IVF.
Oh, wow, 42. Wait, really?
Yeah, so she was really this public matriarch, always invested in everyone else's emotional well-being, right up until December 2023 when she got diagnosed with colon cancer.
And they found a tumor the size of a lemon. Right.
A lemon, yeah. Which, in typical Mel fashion, she actually named Terry.
Terry. Of course she did. But wait, I have to stop you there. A lemon is huge. I mean, how does a disease progress to that physical size without completely incapacitating someone? How do you just walk around and miss that?
Well, it's because the symptoms don't hit you all at once.
Sure.
Think of early colon cancer like a slow leak in a car tire.
Right, you don't get a sudden blowout.
Exactly. You just slowly lose efficiency. By the time the rim is scraping the asphalt, you've convinced yourself you're just driving on a bumpy road.
That makes terrifying sense.
And biologically, your gut doesn't have the same highly localized pain receptors as your skin.
Yeah.
So a growing tumor just slowly narrows the digestive tract. It causes vague cramps and bloating that easily mimic everyday indigestion.
And what about the exhaustion?
Mm-hmm.
Because Mel initially blamed her severe gut pain and fatigue on jet lag, right? From flying internationally.
Yeah, flying back and forth between Australia and the UK. But that exhaustion isn't just a feeling, it's deeply physiological. Tumors in the colon often bleed microscopically.
Oh, so you don't even see it.
Right, you don't necessarily see it, but you're slowly losing red blood cells over time. That leads to anemia. Your body is quite literally being deprived of oxygen, which feels exactly like that crushing, bone-deep exhaustion of severe jet lag.
Wow. So we feel tired and we just assume we're overworking. And, I mean, Mel was the ultimate high achiever. It's like she was this lighthouse expertly guiding couples through these turbulent relationship storms on television, while silently weathering a devastating internal hurricane.
That's a perfect analogy.
Because even after Terry, the tumor was removed,
Yep.
and the cancer spread to her lungs and eventually her brain, she worked through 16 rounds of chemotherapy without missing a single day of filming.
Her endurance was unbelievable. But here's the thing. The core of her advocacy with the charity Octopus was actually warning people against relying solely on that kind of stoic endurance.
Right, Octopus being the Oxford Colon Cancer Trust.
Exactly. She used her platform to urgently demystify the 6 easily ignored symptoms of colon cancer.
Which are, let's see, blood in your stool, changes in bowel habits, unexplained weight loss, bloating, fatigue, and abdominal pain.
Yeah, those 6. And this brings up a massive psychological trap.
The gaslighting. Right. How often do we essentially gaslight ourselves into thinking serious physical pain is just the normal cost of a busy lifestyle? Especially for women. I know Mel noted that women are often socially conditioned to dismiss abdominal pain as just being hormonal.
Exactly. That pushing through culture is a deadly psychological blind spot. We live in a society that treats exhaustion as like a badge of honor.
Right, totally.
When you normalize chronic pain or, blame it on the friction of modern life, you directly delay your diagnosis. With colon cancer, early detection is vital. It's the single most critical factor for survival.
So if you ignore the symptoms because you think you're too busy, you're letting that slow leak ruin the whole engine.
Exactly. So the ultimate relationship advice Mel Schilling left us with was actually about the relationship you have with your own body.
Her final message to her husband Gareth and her fans was to live fully, love well, and not sweat the small stuff. Which is so fitting because she authored a book titled The C Word, meaning confidence.
She really did apply that exact emotional bravery to her final days, focusing entirely on leaving a medical and emotional roadmap so others wouldn't dismiss their own warning signs.
It's incredible. So to wrap this up, I want you to take a moment today to genuinely assess your own daily baseline. What subtle, persistent signals is your body sending you right now that you've convinced yourself you are simply too busy to listen to? It's time to stop riding off the bumpy road and check the tires.